We are the Rising Fallen, and this is Zach here. I'm here to play The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Now, this is the second installment of the Binding of Isaac series. I'm going to let this cutscene load or play for you guys. Enjoy.
Isaac and his mother lived alone in a small house on a hill. Isaac kept to himself, drawing pictures and playing with his toys as his mom watched Christian broadcasts on the television. Life was simple, and they were both happy. That was until the day Isaac's mom heard a voice from above. "Your son has become corrupted by sin. He needs to be saved." "I will do my best to save him, my lord," Isaac's mother replied, rushing into Isaac's room, removing all that was evil from his life. Again, the voice called to her. "Isaac's soul is still corrupt. He needs to be cut off from all that is evil in this world and confess his sins." "I will follow your instructions, Lord. I have faith in thee," Isaac's mother replied as she locked Isaac in his room away from the evils of the world. One last time, Isaac's mom heard the voice of God calling to her. "You've done as I've asked, but I still question your devotion to me. To prove your faith, I will ask one more thing of you." "Yes, Lord, anything," Isaac's mother begged. "To prove your love and devotion, I require a sacrifice. Your son Isaac will be this sacrifice. Go into his room and end his life as an offering to me to prove you love me above all else." "Yes, Lord," she replied, grabbing a butcher's knife from the kitchen. Isaac, watching through a crack in his door, trembled in fear. Scrambling around his room to find a hiding place, he noticed a trapdoor to the basement hidden under his rug. Without hesitation, he flung open the hatch, just as his mother burst through his door and threw himself down into the unknown depths below.
So guys, as you can probably tell from the intro, this is a very sort of religious heavy game. There's going to be a lot of references to it, to the Bible and stuff like that. So if that's going to deter you from wanting to watch this, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that in the beginning of this. As you can see, I do have a file open at the moment. That was just to kind of show Chris the whole game and everything. So we're going to get in here, I'm going to delete the file, and we're going to start from scratch. Like I was saying earlier, this is the second installment of this series, the first of which was just The Binding of Isaac, and now we are at Rebirth. Some of you may be familiar with this game a little bit and know that Afterbirth is out, but the thing is, we're playing this on a PS4, and it is not out for the PS4 yet. They're just kind of waiting on Sony to give them a release date. So, we're just going to go ahead and jump in here. We're going to play as Isaac. That is the starting character. That is who you start out with. We will unlock other characters as we go along. So, for anyone new to this game, this is a top-down dungeon crawler type game. It's sort of RPG-ish in a sense that you get to choose what items you take and which ones you don't. Unicorn Stump. Okay, this item, you can use it once per room and it gives you invincibility. I will show you right here. Like, I can use this, get in here, no cost to me, no cost of any damage. As you can see, the health is on the top left along with my items, or along with my active item. The active items, okay, that was really terrible damage. Okay, gonna use Unicorn Stump again to get out. For the HP, that's your life, as in any game. For the active item, it charges once every room. I get to use it as I go along, once a room. I'm only going to use it, like, for now. If I see something that might hurt me, I might pop it just to make sure I don't take damage there. Okay. Now, this is a I'm not that great at this game. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys as case in point by what I just did of using Unicorn Stump after I took damage. I should have used that before I took the damage. Okay. I just got a key. I can use keys for multiple things, item rooms, shops. Like, I'll come back here and show you guys. This is the shop. I could go in there, but because I have no money, it is really not worth it whatsoever. I do not think it'd be a good investment to go to. I could, however, see if I have a secret room right here. If I do, I'll be able to explain what those are. And I do. Okay, as you can see, I just blew up the wall right there, and it opened a hole. That is a secret room. Secret rooms are usually, I've found that a secret room cannot appear next to a wall that is not able to be hit by a bomb. Like, say, these rocks right here were right here, the secret room could not be there. You have to be able to reach the secret room with the bomb. And it is obviously next to the curse room, and I found that earlier I might have used 2 bombs to get into the curse room instead of using unicorn stump. And right here, this is a slot machine. It's pretty self-explanatory. You put a coin in, and you get to play the slot machine. It's all dependent on your luck stat, which is the clover in the bottom right from all the stats. The top of which I think is speed. The second one is shot speed. The little sword is the damage. The bow and arrow, that is your rate of fire, I think. And I'm going to be honest, I do not know what the second one is right there between the bow and arrow and the clover. So, moving along here. I've already cleared out the floor. Now all that's left is the boss. It's the first floor. It's going to be a fairly simple boss, especially seeing as to it's the basement, which I will explain more of later. The Duke of Flies. Okay, this guy is really weak against bombs, but he does spawn a lot of flies at times. Just going to drop a bomb here to kind of speed this fight along. I'm in trouble. I'm going to pop Unicorn Stump and just get out of there. Okay. I did not know this, but apparently I can kill the flies without, like, I can just walk into them and they'll die. I did not know that previously. And I've played this game for a little while. Now, as I was saying earlier, I'm not the best at this game, so it is not, I take dumb damage just like that, which cost me a lot of runs in the past. I have played this before, and we just got so lucky with the item we just got, Magic Mushroom. This is easily what I would consider the best boss item you can get. It is an all stats upgrade. It brought and the best part about it, it gives you a 1.5 times damage multiplier, which means it takes your damage, you multiply it by 1.5, and that's your damage afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and go down to the next floor. There are things like poops that you can just shoot. Sometimes they'll drop consumables like money. Sometimes they won't. Obviously they didn't there. I'll move down. Okay. So, here we find another curse room. It is very, very implicitly important that I do not take damage here on this floor. Because if I do, that will decrease my chance of getting a deal with the devil, which usually can pay out with great items I've found in the past. But if I'm to get hit and lose any red hearts at all, that is going to decrease my chance by a lot. Pretty much, you're guaranteed a deal with the devil on the second floor of the game, because you have not received one yet, and if you don't take red heart damage, I have never had an instance to where I have not gotten one, if that were the case. I just killed both the enemies in here. Now, this special little rock right here that you can kind of see has a cross on it that I'm standing beside, if you blow those up, they're called tinted rocks. Sometimes they'll pay out with a spirit heart, which is the little blue heart I just picked up. Now, spirit hearts are really good to have going down to the second floor, because if you have those, it gives you a little insurance for, like, if you were to get hit, like I almost did, very stupidly of me, which I just did. It gives you a little insurance, like you can take a hit and not lose your deal with the devil chance. Now, if I get hit again, I'm going to be in a very dire situation, because if I'm to get hit 2 more times, I will not be able to get a deal with the devil. Now, those little things you just saw me kill, they are called mulligans. I call them human popcorns because of just what they look like. Now, these little flies, they're pretty simple. I'll go into the item room. As you can probably tell from the first floor, the item rooms didn't really require a key. But after the first floor, you have to start using keys to go to the item room. I'm going to pick up the magnet here. Pretty much what the magnet does is it attracts items to you, like with the pill right here. Okay, never mind. The pill is not going to attract to me. So pills, I will explain that right quick. For pills, you pretty much can get any effect from them. You can get a tears upgrade, a tears downgrade, a range upgrade, a range downgrade, a health upgrade, a health downgrade. You can get a bad trip pill, which takes HP away. I think it takes 1 full heart away from you. You can get a balls of steel pill, which gives you 2 spirit hearts. You can get explosive diarrhea. You can get lemon party, which pretty much makes Isaac look like he just peed himself, and it leaves this substance on the ground that will allow you to deal damage to enemies if they're on top of it. You can also get a paralysis pill. You can get Are You a Wizard? Are You a Wizard is, I think, the most annoying of all the pills because it basically... Oh, you'll see. Paralysis, okay? Paralysis is not the worst. Speed down. If you get enough speed downs, that will eventually be very bad. Oh, and just in case you guys want to see the seed is FZXHWRE4. I'll try to make sure to remind Chris to put a link in the description as to what the seed, or not a link, but put down in the description what the seed is. So in case you guys like any of the items that are on this run, you can play along. Now this game is randomly generated as you go for each run. As of right now, we have pretty good damage for right now, with the drop of the magic mushroom earlier in this run. Now, I don't have all the items unlocked at the moment because this is a new save file. So, it will vary depending on what items you have unlocked. Okay, Monstro. Monstro is just a little gelatinous blob that I thought I was about to get hit there, so I kind of panicked and popped the unicorn stump. But he's really not that tricky to beat. Oh, without getting hit. He just kind of jumps around. He does the little charge attack. He has little tails for whenever he's about to do an attack. Like whenever he jumps, just kind of move. He's gonna shoot shots up into the air. You might notice that I will dodge under a few shots, and it looks like I should be hit, but the reason I'm not is because of how high the shots are off the ground. You can't really tell it except by the shadows that they're off the ground, but they are moving off the ground. Okay, Monstro is dead, and we are guaranteed to deal with the devil here. I unlock Monstro's Tooth. I've never found use for it, but hey. Latchkey is really good. I'm going to get 2 key drops and a luck upgrade. So, we will go into our deal with the devil. Guppy's collar and the shovel. Okay, the shovel is an item that allows you to skip rooms, or skip floors if you want. I don't think it's that useful, but because we may be able to do more in the game than we're supposed to later, I'm not going to take it. I can't, guys. If I take it, whenever, like, I'm only going to be able to go through, not a ton of floors here on this episode, because, well, for some reason, you have to unlock the floors as you go. Like, you see right there, that skull at the very far right, I'm going to get stopped whenever I get there. Like, that is the end of the game for me at the moment until I beat that. I should be able to do this in this episode. I don't really see myself not being able to beat Mom. But hey, anything can happen. As I've said before, I'm not the best player in the world. But with the chance to respawn if I die by Guppy's collar, I really don't see myself not being able to do this. Okay? Some of the enemies in the game, you have these little things that just walk around. They spawn creep. Creep is the little red stuff on the ground that's kind of dissipating. If I'm to walk over the creep, it will deal damage to me. Okay, we got a little spirit heart here. Now, these little spikes in the room, I could walk over the spike, and it would hurt me. Obviously, it would do a full red heart, not a full red heart, just a full heart of damage to me. Now, the thing about those, sometimes they will pay out with a chest, but I usually don't find them worth it, because the only guarantee of when it's going to pay out with a chest is when you're down to half a red heart. And it takes a full heart away from you, and I'd like to keep my spirit hearts right now. So, I'm going to go to the next room here. These things. I hate dealing with these. They just kind of bounce around, and as you just saw, they explode upon death. You cannot kill them while they're close to you. Inside the item room, we find Virgo. You feel refreshed and protected. So I think Virgo pretty much means you're getting exclusively not bad pills. I don't want to say good pills because some of the pills that are considered good in this game are not, in my opinion. Here's a pill. Here's the first example of a good pill. I got Lazarus. Balls of Steel. Amazing. As you just saw, it added 2 Spirit Hearts to our current HP. The Spirit Hearts are the blue hearts beside my HP. I think I explained that, but in case I didn't, I will now. Very stupid damage right now. Like, really dumb. Virgo just procced. Pretty much, whenever Virgo procs, it gives me that little bubble of invincibility, which is really good for some rooms. Okay, these are just pretty much spiders. Sometimes I'll stop and shoot in all directions. I tend to want them dead before they have a lot of time to get off a bunch of shots, because that can cause me problems. I'm not the best dodger in the world. A luck upgrade. That is really good. It will alter the amount that we will get consumables after each room. So, we just open that golden chest, and it cost us a key. There are certain chests in the game. You can have golden chests, silver chests, red chests, and stone chests. Golden chests cost you a key to open them, and usually I find them worth it unless you're just in a very terrible position with keys. We're not in a terrible position, but we're not in a great position, so I found it worth it. Silver chests are free to open along with red chests. Silver chests usually give you consumables. Sometimes they're decent, sometimes they're just not that amazing, but they're never really bad. Red chests, they have the potential to be really good, and they also have the potential to be really bad. It all depends on your luck. Okay, we're gonna go into the boss fight and fight Chub. Chub's just pretty much a giant silkworm. He's just gonna kind of slither around, and we just try to avoid him until he's dead. He has his little, like, baby silkworms beside him. Those are regular mobs. He will spawn those occasionally, as you just saw. It looks like he kind of poops them out. And we just kind of have to take care of Chub and the silkworms. With our damage, I don't see us getting hit. He's pretty predictable, and he's extremely weak to bombs, which we don't have. Okay, just kind of... Oh, Chub can kill his little, baby minion things. And we just took some really terrible damage, and if I did not have this invincibility from Virgo, we would have taken more. Okay, just kind of gonna finish this fight off. I don't think he gets faster as the fight goes on, but it looks like he triggers to attack you a little more. Now, Chub is a pretty easy boss fight. I mean, you can kind of just do this on autopilot while fighting him. Okay, and Chub is dead. And I nearly took some very stupid damage here. Okay, the wooden spoon is pretty much just a speed upgrade. It's nothing to really write home about in terms of how great it is. We're just going to come in the Duel of the Devil and see what it has for us. Dark Bum. Okay, Dark Bum I find very, very good. I'm going to take Dark Bum, and instead of telling you what he does, I'll pretty much let you see what he does. Okay, see the 2 red hearts? He will take the 2 red hearts, and usually he'll pay out with a spirit heart. Sometimes, very occasionally, he'll pay out with a black heart, which I tend to find better, because once you lose a black heart, you end up it gives Necronomicon damage to the room, which is pretty much just full damage to the room, to all the enemies on there. And sometimes he'll pay out with a friendly spider, but then again, at times he will pay out with a mob spider, which can hurt you. I actually have been killed by him paying out with a mob spider before. It's pretty embarrassing. Okay, come down here. Just gonna come back and get all the red hearts that are on the ground. Let Dark Bum pay out with his little spirit hearts. Coming over here. Okay, Dark Bum, this is yours. Come here, buddy. Okay. He pays out with a spirit heart about once every 1.5 red hearts, I think is the number. Sloth. Okay. I really hate fighting Sloth sometimes because of the stupid explosions he can spawn, and silkworms. I don't know how Sloth died, but he is dead. We will not question it. We will move on with our lives. He dropped a tarot card, Wheel of Fortune. It's not that amazing. It pretty much spawns a slot machine. Sometimes this specific slot machine, which is called a fortune teller, can pay out with a spirit heart or a fortune. You are worshipping a sun god. Thanks, game. I did not know that. Okay. Your princess is in another castle. Well, just like Mario, we will move on. Okay. We're gonna basically just leave this floor. We've done everything there is to do. Wait, no, we haven't. I just remembered. We have a mob trap room that I completely neglected to go into. Okay, we're gonna fight the mob trap. This is a very bad payout. But there was a secret room, if I so chose to just not fight the mob trap room, but I will because it's a pretty simple one. Pretty much a mob trap room, there will be chests in the middle of the room. It can vary from 1 chest to 3 chests. And if you open the chests, you have to fight the mobs inside. It's going to give you 3 waves of mobs that are generally found on this set of floors. So we're dealing with the second wave right now. These enemies, once you get them dead, they turn into a little blob. You have to kill the blob to kill them. Stupid damage, but now it's time to take advantage of our invincibility and just clear them out. Oh, no, not these. I really don't like these guys. They seem pretty simple, but if you're not paying attention, they will hit you with a shot occasionally. So you have to make sure to stay on your toes when fighting these guys. Just going to kind of finish them off here. And this room is over. Okay, another pill. We do not know what this pill is. Let's take it and find out. 48-hour energy. This is an amazing pill. Pretty much, if your active ability is not charged up, once taking the pill, it will charge your active ability up. But also, see this battery? It also drops a battery. Once you pick the battery up, it also charges your active ability. Now, I know I haven't really explained the Joker card yet. I'm trying to wait until I can find a use for it to explain it. Right now, it's not that useful at the moment because of the fact that we gotta deal with the devil. I'll show you what it does as soon as it becomes a use to us. Okay, see, that is a perfect example of what red chests can pay out with. They can sometimes pay out with enemies, they can pay out with bombs, they can pay out with troll bombs. So these stone chests, you put a bomb down next to them, they blow up, you get the consumables. Sometimes, I found stone chests to be the best of the chests, in my opinion. They can pay out with items, really good items, for that matter of fact. Now we will move on to the next floor. All chests can pay out with items, I think, except for silver chests. If a silver chest can pay out with an item, I have never seen it. We will go into the shop because we have 2 keys and 32 cents. This shop is literally meaningless. There is no value to this. I cannot remember if this is a Balls of Steel pill or if it is an I Found Pills pill. It's a 48-hour energy pill, so just disregard everything I just said. Okay, we have a bomb right here for 3 cents. We're not really doing too bad on bombs. I think I'm just going to go. It probably would be smart to donate to the donation machine in the shop, as you saw in the top left corner of the shop. Pretty much, when you get the donation machine built up, it's going to give you more stuff for the shop. It's set for certain, like, cent amounts to go up and upgrade the shop. Okay, we're coming into this room right here. It's just a bunch of bomb flies with bats. The bats aren't really that hard to kill, and I accidentally just walked out of the room before clearing it. I'm not going back in there. There's no need to. We've already saw there's not really much worthwhile there except for an arcade. And I'm not really finding much use for an arcade at the moment, I don't think. Now, I could be wrong, and hey, that arcade could be the most useful one in the history of this game. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't feel like fighting that room again. I beat it, in my mind. I don't think I should have to fight it again, but I left before the enemies died. You can leave rooms before they are cleared. If you leave a room before it's cleared, the enemies respawn, all of them, and you have to fight the room again. The way you leave a room before it's cleared, say I just took the dumbest damage in the world twice, and if you want to leave a room before it's cleared, you just place a bomb next to the door, assuming you have the bombs available to do so, and the door will blow open and you can just walk out. The only penalty is you will have to fight the room again if you want to clear the room. Now, these little turrets that were on the wall, they just basically shoot at you. The ones we had shot a spray pattern of 3 bullets. these guys. They kind of look like enemies you would see on the first floor, but the only difference, they shoot explosives at you. They are pretty nasty to deal with at times. If you have low HP, you need to watch out for those rooms. They deal a full heart of damage to you if you get hit by them. Here's our first example of a trinket. A trinket, I think AAA battery, brings down the amount of rooms you need by 1 to activate an active item. Obviously, with our 1 room charge active item, it's not going to be that useful for us, and I will replace it as soon as possible. But trinkets give you different value based on the trinket you're holding. There are tons of different trinkets you can use. Some are useful, some are just completely hot garbage. I would not even consider picking up some of them. We just cleared that room pretty easily. Let's go down to the next one. Again, we have the enemies that once you kill them, they will regenerate. Just kind of going to take care of this room. You see this one enemy that's a little bigger and also of a different color. That is what is called a champion enemy. He will do something whenever he dies, or he might have more health. I don't really know which champion this is. I want to say once you kill him, he will spawn bullets, as he did, and I got myself in the stupidest position ever by being between those two and trying to dodge backwards over the gap. Now, luckily in this game, you can't walk over gaps and die, because I would die all the time doing that, and I would have just then. This item is called Technology 2. Because this is the first time I've seen this item, I will take it. Generally, I would not find this item worth it. It pretty much halves your damage. Half of your damage is going into your tears, the other half is going through the technology beam. The technology beam right here, it's pretty much just a little red line I'm firing down. It shoots through enemies and it has unlimited range. Now, you might be wondering, oh, well, if it shoots through enemies and has unlimited range, how is it not worth it? Because it only does half the damage of a normal tier, and the other half is going to have to come from your actual tier's firing, which, depending on how far away the enemy is, those tiers are not going to hit and do the same damage as one regular tier. Coming to the next room, we have more mulligans, or as I like to call them, human popcorns. They pretty much spawn enemies upon death, or at least this version does. Some will spawn enemies before they die, some won't. Those didn't. We're going to go into the shop here. Now, we could pick up the boomerang, which I'm halfway tempted to do, but I think Unicorn Stump will do us a lot better than the boomerang will. Pretty much the boomerang, you can use it to throw it and get items. It'll hit the items and bring them straight back to you. Or if you use them to hit a mob or a boss or something, it will freeze the boss. Not that long. I think it might freeze him for a second, maybe 2. I don't really find it that worth it. I don't want to pay 15 cents for it and get rid of our Unicorn Stump, which is invincibility whenever we choose. Another luck upgrade pill, that is good for consumable drops. And now we'll come into the boss trap room. Not boss trap, boss room. Dirty. Dirty is arguably the easiest boss in this game. He just kind of spawns enemies, and you can tell when he's about to shoot. He just kind of brings his face in. Once he brings his face in, just pretty much dodge away from him. Just move, and he's pretty simple. For some reason, he's not spawning enemies at the moment, so this just makes our lives so much more easier. We just get to sit here and shoot at him. And now he spawns enemies, and we'll take care of those. Okay, if he keeps... no matter what he does, I don't see him hitting us. But because of the fact we got to deal with the devil on the last floor, I'm thinking it's pretty much guaranteed we're not gonna get one on this floor. So I'm getting ready to use the Joker card, and I will explain what that does as soon as we use it. I do not know how we did not get hit there. I was not paying attention, and he shot at us. We just happened to be in the perfect position to not get hit. Lil Chubby has appeared in the basement. I will explain what that does as soon as we find it in one episode. Cat o' Nine Tails. Now, the Cat o' Nine Tails is pretty much a whip. You pick it up, it gives you shot speed and damage. As you can tell, these items interact with your avatar. I kind of want to say he's an avatar a little differently, like they will change him visually. It's pretty cool how they interact. Okay, I'm going to pop the Joker card. Popping the Joker card gets you into a deal with the devil, or angel, depending on which one you have. Now, the way the deal with the devil and angel works, you will pay a certain amount of HP as indicated right here, below the item. If I want that item, I have to pay 1 HP for it. the pentagram is completely worth it. I will pay 1 HP for the pentagram. And we have unlocked Azazel by taking 2 deals with the devil in the same run. I think I'll play with Azazel on the next run to kind of show you guys what he does. What he's about. Okay, we move down to the next floor. I'll let you guys watch the little cutscene here. Isaac just endured the worst form of torture, finding out there's no toilet paper when you use the bathroom. You must take the walk of shame afterwards to go to the toilet paper, or call somebody to get the toilet paper for you. It's pretty embarrassing. Well, Larry J is dead. Larry Jr. is supposed to be a boss on the first floor. As you saw, we just wrecked him because we have piercing shots. Piercing shots are very effective against segmented enemies, like not Lil Chubby. Chubby. Oh man, these guys shoot lasers and I am not smart enough to get out of the way. I just stood there like a panicked deer in headlights. Now, they're dead now. They're relatively weak, although if you're not paying attention, as I wasn't there, they will do damage to you. Pretty much when you walk across, they will shoot to where you just walked across them from. They shoot out a little beam at you. It's pretty easy to dodge, but when there's multiple of them in a room, it gets kind of tricky. Guppy's Paw. This is an amazing item for us. I'm not going to use it, though, because I want that 1 red heart for a deal with the devil. If it becomes prudent to get another one. Pretty much, now we have 2 Guppy items. As you saw on the first floor, we picked up Guppy's Collar, I think it was on the first floor. No, it was the second floor we picked up Guppy's Collar. And now we have Guppy's Paw. Pretty much the way the Guppy items work, Guppy is Isaac's dead cat. It's a little dark, but it's just how it goes. Okay, if you get 3 Guppy items, you transform into Guppy. Now, Guppy, you get the ability to fly, and every time you hit an enemy, it spawns a friendly fly in your favor, which will go and wreck enemies depending on how your damage is. Friendly flies do the equivalent to 1 tier of damage from you. Inside the item room, we get the stopwatch, or not the stopwatch, but the hourglass? Yes, the hourglass. The hourglass just gives you a slowing effect. I will take it into a room and show you what it does right quick. Although, I will be coming back for the unicorn stump, because the unicorn stump can be amazing at times. You know what? No, we're not coming back for the unicorn stump, because we do not have any of the items that would make it really amazing. Right here, we're pretty much just going to shoot the enemies until they're dead, as we do on all rooms. And I just took the dumbest damage again. Because of the magnet, we were able to get that spirit heart that dropped over there, in case you were wondering. Monstro 2. I hate fighting this guy. He's a more annoying version of Monstro. He will shoot that little laser at you. It's pretty easy to tell when he's going to shoot it, but I have not fought him in a while, so I did not quite remember when he did it. Now, Monstro 2 can spawn enemies. He has the same pattern as Monstro in a way, but at the same time, he's different. I don't know how to explain it. He's just kind of... I just stood there and took that damage for some reason. Okay, Monstro 2 is about dead. This is one of the worst fights I think I've had against Monstro 2 in a long time. Now, as you can see, Monstro 2 just spawned 2 flies. We killed the flies, they blew up into bullets. And Monstro 2 is dead. Will we get a deal with the devil here? I think so. And we did. We got a speed upgrade. Speed upgrades are not terrible, but then again, they are not amazing. We just got 2 spawns from the red hearts. Oh my goodness. Guys, we did it. We're Guppy. We are Guppy. And now we have unlocked Guppy's hairball. Okay, as you can see, we just transformed into Isaac's cat, Guppy. And we are flying. Now, with the item we just picked up, 9 lives, it does exactly what it says. It gives you 9 lives. And so now that we are Guppy, this is definitely a 1 run. If I lose this run, guys, I'm going to be disappointed in myself. Everybody's going to be disappointed in me who's ever seen this. And you may understand why later. Like I said, with Guppy, every tier that hits an enemy is going to spawn a fly, and those flies do the equivalent of 1 tier. It's almost like hitting the enemy twice in one. With piercing shots, I imagine we're going to be spawning a lot of flies. I'm not sure if Technology 2 works with Guppy or not, honestly. I've never been able to tell. I know technology does, but because technology 2 is not our tier, I'm not sure if that will. Pretty much just cleared this room out pretty quickly. See? Flying pretty much lets you go over gaps you normally wouldn't be able to. Like right now, we are flying right above this little drop into the abyss. Okay, we're going to go to the next room. That guy that we just killed, if we did not kill him early enough, he would have turned invisible and just chased us down. We would have not been able to tell where he was that easily. It's just not a good time. We just let our flies take care of that room because I did not feel like getting up close and personal to the guys that shoot a laser about the size of my body at me in width. Aw, man. Now we encounter little angel fetuses. Oh, as I just said, those were fetuses. Unborn babies. And, pretty much they were just going to shoot at us until we A, killed them, or until B, they killed us. Now I'm going to take a minute here to just donate to the donation machine, you know. Tell the shopkeeper thanks for his thoughts, even though his shops have not been that amazing. Hopefully, we will be able to get his shops up to where they will be amazing and useful for us in the future. Now, donating to the donation machine is a good cause. Pretty much, when we're donating to the donation machine, we are just kind of investing in our future. It's kind of like a... what do you call those? You know, those things you do with the bank? Investments! As I said in the sentence, and could not follow up with the word itself. Okay, we're going to keep coming down here. We're going to go to the next room. There's nothing of value in us for this room. I can show you what these things do. You basically go through, and they are going to try to kill you! For some reason I got around it and decided that wasn't easy enough and thought I needed to hit myself. See guys, I told you I was not amazing at this game to begin with, so anyone who might be mad at me for the stupid damage I'm taking, there was a forewarning. You knew what you were getting into. Okay, I'm gonna pick up this key and... oh my goodness. It looks like Guppy came straight out of a horror movie. Looks like his mouth is all stitched together. He looks like he's been through about 10 rounds with Mike Tyson. Looks like he's ready to call it a day. Don't worry, Guppy. I got you. We're about to call it a day. I'm gonna open this little chest. That is a troll bomb. Troll bombs are pretty much just live bombs that drop. You can't pick them up, and they will blow up in your face if you're not careful and get out of the way. More feet-eye. They are dead. Balls of steel. It's amazing, as I've said before. It pretty much just gives us 2 spirit hearts. Okay. Bob's Curse. This is one of the better bomb synergies I've found. Pretty much Bob's Curse gives you 5 bombs, and all the rest of your bombs, and all the bombs you have now, will do poison damage if they come in contact with an enemy. That is amazing. Okay, I like to call these guys bonies. Sometimes I'll call them a Marowak, because they look like Marowaks in all honesty, and they will throw a bone at you. That is where the term bony comes from. Okay, gonna try to shoot this fire. Why am I trying to shoot this fire? I don't know, you're asking the wrong guy. You'd think I'd be the right guy to ask for that. Okay, now I will finally use the stopwatch for once, something anyone who's probably seen this game before it was screaming at me to do in the past. Why I wasn't using it, you know? I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot I had it. Okay, we're just gonna kind of clear up. The mom fight can be very bad if you're not paying attention. Pretty much, mom will spawn a ton of enemies. You just have to try to hit the mom segments, the foot, the little things that come out of the doors. Sometimes you'll get an eyeball, sometimes you'll get just a patch of skin. Now, this is gonna be a pretty simple fight. Mom's about dead. Not much to say about this run, other than it was pretty simple. Okay. Here's another cutscene. I'll be quiet and let you guys watch this.
His mother, fueled with the desire to serve her God, was bearing down on Isaac. I will do as I'm told, my lord. I love you above all else, Isaac's mother repeated to herself. This was the end of the line for Isaac. His mother was far too strong for him. But just as he accepted his fate, God intervened, sending an angel down from above to stop his mother's hand. And just like that, it was over.
Okay guys, that was the first part of the Binding of Isaac. That is the first ending you get. We have unlocked the womb, which is the next set of floors we will go to, and the harbingers, and the cubes of meat, and balls of bandages. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want, please leave a like and a comment down below. Thanks, and I will see you guys in the next video.